Hey YouTube, what's happening? Walt D 1911 here. Just a video to give you an update on what's been going on in my world. I got a couple things here on the bench I want to show you and just give you some updates on some of the things that I've been doing. First of all, I want to pass my condolences to the family and friends of Jay Guthrie, who if you don't know Jay is a writer for Guns and Ammo magazine. He's also on the Guns and Ammo television show and a few of the other gun shows that have been on TV over the last couple years. So the gun community lost a really good guy. I did not know Jay personally, just from what I've read in his articles and seen him on TV. And it's just a shame. 37 years old, who passed away in his sleep on Friday. So Jay's going to be missed by the gun community, and I'm sure by his family and his close friends. So rest in peace, Jay. We're going to miss you. Secondly, I want to show you a couple things we have on the bench. So let me just refocus the camera a bit. Okay, there we go. As I was doing some cleaning up out in my garage area, I came upon some magazines, some Guns and Ammo, Shooting Times, Handgun Quarterly, and some Guns magazine. So you would say, what's the big deal? Well, to my surprise, when I found these, they are dated May of 1990. So how can you tell that these magazines are dated? Well, let's look at the covers. Here's a Guns magazine. This is August of 1919, and what's on the cover? A revolver. When's the last time you saw a revolver on the cover of a recent gun magazine? Very rare to see that. But there we go. We got a Smith & Wesson 686 non-fluted cylinder. Here's another one. This one's dated June of 1990. The Ruger Super Red Hawk. So I spent some time going through these, and it's really kind of fun just to look back and kind of reminisce. That's just about the time that I really started getting into the guns and the reloading and all that other stuff. So I just thought it was pretty cool to find these old magazines. This is a Guns magazine from July 1990, and it says the first custom 40 Smith & Wesson, and that's an Ed Brown on the cover, compensated 1911. And this is a Shooting Times Handgun Quarterly, May-June 1990. The main picture and article: Smith & Wesson captures 10mm punch in a 9mm frame. So you can see that these magazines are dated. And there's a few more over here. Let's see what else we got here. We have Guns and Ammo, dated June 1990. Probably either a Gen 1 or a Gen 2 Glock on the cover, and a Smith & Wesson. And what does it say? 40 Smith & Wesson, the end of the 9mm. Well, we all know that's not true. 9mm being one of the most popular cartridges, especially for concealed carry and for self-defense. So this goes to show you, not everything that they predicted in these magazines is true. So I just thought that was interesting. I figured I would show you guys some of these old magazines. What I do have for you too, I have a little bit of update on my Glock 19. Let's pull over the Techmat here. Okay, this is one of my current carry guns. This is a Gen 2 Glock 19. Got about 11,500 rounds through it without a hitch. It's had no stoppages. But first, let's do a safety check. I do have a loaded magazine, 15 rounds of Hornady Critical Defense. Okay, and the gun is clear. Now, I did make some changes to this gun for the first time in 20 some odd years. I did replace the old recoil spring and recoil guide with a new captured recoil spring, and I also changed out the extractor and the extractor spring. The problem I was really having with this particular Glock, and I'm not sure if it's all of them, the spent cartridges would come right back into my face. I would say 9 out of the 15 rounds would either hit me in my shooting glasses, hit me in my ear protection, or fly basically over my head and give me a little haircut. So I took it inside to the range that I shoot at. The Glock armorer was there. He went out on the range. He put about 15 rounds through it, saw what I was talking about, suggested that we change the recoil spring and the extractor spring. So we test fired it again, and it seemed like we only had 3 or 4 out of 15 that would come back directly in your face. So what he suggested was to keep running some rounds through it and see if it improves. If not, we might have to look at replacing the actual ejector, which is in here. It's that little bent piece of steel, which is what your case would hit, and it is slightly bent to the right where the ejection port is, so that could be an issue. It said there's been about almost 12,000 rounds hitting that, so that could be a problem. So what I plan on doing with this is just keep running it with some factory ammo, and just see what happens. If it doesn't improve, then I'll take it back inside and get the parts and maybe change that out and see what happens. But everything else was checked on this gun. It has the original striker group in there with the spring. There's no dents or dings on the striker pin, which is pretty rare. I polished up the feed ramp slightly, and other than that, it still has the original sights, which I probably will wind up changing out to either the XS Big Dot. I really like those because my eyes are not like they used to be. So I might change that out, and I might drop a ghost ring disconnect in there for the trigger. So we'll see what happens. I'm just going to run it and see how it goes. The other accessory that I got for the Glock 19 is I picked up a Lynx concealment system Kydex outside the waistband holster. This Lynx concealment system is it's a local company here in New Jersey. It's a local guy who shoots at my range, and let's take a quick look at it. It's a very nice, high quality holster. It's done very nicely. It's got the belt loops in the back, and it is contoured for your hip. So it holds very tight to the body, which is really nice. Very good quality Kydex. It's got the sweat shield over here. This particular holster, though, was designed for a Glock Generation 4 Model 19. So what I did find, again, the gun is clear. It fits in very, very snugly. Gets a nice snap. But once it's on my belt, and this is pulled in a little bit tighter, the gun is a little difficult to pull out of the holster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it back to the gentleman that produces these, and he's going to relieve some of the pressure in the trigger guard area for me, which I think is what the problem is. It just may be a little bit too much of an indent either on the front or on the rear of the trigger guard, which is what holds the gun in place. I'm going to have him relieve that a little bit and see if that helps. But really, really nice Kydex holster. Very thin, yet very strong. It's a closed bottom holster, but the quality, very nice. The edges all polished, nice. There's no sharp edges on this. The belt loops are adjustable for height by just taking out the 2 screws, and you could either drop these down. It give you about another inch, which would make the gun ride higher on your hip. I like it the way it is. It's perfect for me. I just have to have the trigger guard area tweaked so the gun is not so difficult to come out. But got a beautiful fit. It looks really nice. It looks really nice on your hip. Good quality stuff. I'm really happy with it. I said we're just going to get that taken care of. And if anybody's interested, that's Lynx Concealment Systems. You could find them on Facebook. They're pretty much brand new, so they don't have a website yet. But if you just go on Facebook and type in Lynx Concealment Systems, you'll get some information on that. This holster retails for $70. Since it's a new company and it was purchased at the range that I shot at, it was $65. So I thought that was a pretty good deal for a good Kydex holster. I've seen Kydex holsters much cheaper, but I'm not sure of the quality. This I was able to feel it, look at it before I purchased it, and like I said, the only problem is it's just a little bit too tight for my Glock, but we'll get that fixed. Very nice stuff. Alright, the next update real quick. Let's take a look at the Ruger Blackhawk in 45 Colt. What I did with this is I changed the grips. Okay, first of all, this gun is clear. She's completely empty. Okay, so let's take a look. These are Hogue Concavo Ives, smooth-faced, finger-grooved grips for the Blackhawk. It has a very nice fit and finish to it. A little unconventional for a single-action revolver, but very practical. A big difference in holding this. It just fits my hand perfectly. You can get a nice two-handed grip on this or a very nice one-handed grip. What these grips will do is they will keep that gun flat, and you will not get the flip that you would normally get with the standard grip panels. So I haven't had an opportunity to take this out and put some rounds through it yet to try these grips out, but we'll be doing that very shortly, and I will let you guys know how it looks. Maybe I'll do a quick video, and let's see. I think that makes the gun look really, really cool. Like I said, very nice fit and finish. Again, Hogue quality, and it really looks nice on this Ruger. So some people may not like it because it is a little bit unconventional, but like I said, for me, I think it's going to be a little bit more practical. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be interested to see if you folks out there really like this or not. The other thing, I was at a gun show 2 weeks ago out in Pennsylvania, and I was able to pick up a couple Techmats. I found this one, which I thought was really cool. I haven't seen this before. This is the Colt Single Action Army. Now, being into the single action revolvers, I just thought this was really cool. You guys have seen this before on YouTube. There's a couple folks out there that did some reviews on these Techmats, but it's really good quality stuff. It looks nice on the bench. It makes cleaning your guns really easy. Nothing will roll off. They clean up with just a little bit of soap and water, and hey man, they look good too. The other one I picked up was for the AR-15. And again, this is pretty long, pretty big, but it's got all the breakdown of parts, description. So, and again, they're just cool, man. They just look really cool. All right. The next thing, we're going to take out the XDm. This is my current carry holster for the XDm. It's a DeSantis belt slide in tan leather. Really high quality. I really like the DeSantis holsters. They're leather holsters. They just do a great job in fit and finish. Everything is polished nice on them. They look really cool, and they're very practical. And the other thing I like about them, even though it's a leather holster, it's very thin. It's very thin. So you don't get a lot of that bulk with some of the other holsters out there that are really thick and really bulky. This happens to have a thumb brake on the top, which I really like in a concealed holster when I'm using leather. It's got an adjustable screw here for your retention, and it's just a really nice holster, and it broke in really nice. And the XDm 4.5 45 ACP fits really nice and snug in there, and it looks good. And actually, it really conceals this gun pretty well with just a t-shirt. You could either have it with a cant with your belt loop through here, or you can go with a straight up and down with no cant, which is the way I prefer to carry this gun, straight up and down, because it does conceal, for me, a little bit better. The grip on this gun is pretty large, which is what you've got to be concerned about carrying concealed. But for, say, the colder weather, you know, a light jacket or a flannel shirt or windbreaker, this gun conceals very easy. Even with just a t-shirt on, wear baggy enough t-shirt, this gun conceals very well with this holster. All right, we do have, this is my home defense gun. It is loaded up with 13 rounds of Hornady critical defense. However, the chamber is empty right now. I gotta tell you guys, I'm a big Glock guy. I really like my Ruger SR9 Compact. I absolutely love this XDm. It shoots so nice. Recoil is very manageable. I did put the Talon grips on it. You've seen that in my previous video. It's just a great gun. It's had probably close to about 800 or 900 rounds through this gun. I haven't really put a lot through it, but it is not jammed, it is not hiccuped, it hasn't done anything that it shouldn't do. And it's very accurate. It's got nice white 3-dot sights. And I'm going to be taking this puppy to the range along with the Blackhawk within the next day or two. And I'm going to try out some of my hand loads with this, which is a 200 grain hard cast lead bullet. I took those rounds, put them through my 1911. They function flawlessly, and I expect the same to happen with the XDm. Hard cast lead bullet, 200 grain semi-wad cutter, very accurate bullet, very cheap to shoot. So for reloading, the 200 grain semi-wad cutter, I'll show you real quick. Let me grab one out of the box. This is it right here. Hard cast lead, and this is made by a local company here, 20 minutes from my home. Very reasonable price. I was happy to really find this gentleman, and I'm gonna probably be visiting him again. He makes his own hard cast 45 ACP, 38 specials. He makes 125 grain cast 9mm, which doesn't do us too good for the Glock, because it prefers that you use jacketed bullets with the rifling that's in the Glock. But my SR9 compact should handle those, and a Browning high power should handle those with no problem. So he also does 45 Colt, which you know I'm a big fan of. So I'll be picking up some of those and giving them a try. The gentleman also carries primers, once fired brass, and powder. So a home run finding this guy local. And I love doing business with local guys. Like I said before, with the Lynx Concealment Kydex holster. Just keep the small business guys in mind. They're the bread and butter of this industry, in my opinion. So I really like supporting those small guys. Plus, like I said, they're local to me. One more quick thing before we wrap it up. I didn't want to make this video too long. But last month, it's the beginning of July, just about the beginning of June, I was out in Arizona. I have family out in Arizona, and I'd like to spend a lot of time out there for a couple reasons. Not only do I get to see my family out there, but I also get to carry, without a permit, anywhere you please. So, I mean, out of all the states, Arizona's got to be the top 1 or 2 states for gun rights. So, I plan on making an exit out of New Jersey within the next 18 months. This way I'm closer to my family. Plus I could exercise my Second Amendment rights without any crazy laws like we have here in New Jersey. That's a whole other topic that is for a whole other video. But anyway, I had the opportunity to shoot at the Scottsdale Gun Club, which is one of the premier gun clubs in the country. They're right up there with just about anybody else. You know, they have 35 lanes. You could shoot anything in there from a 22 short up to a 50 caliber. So it's a great place to shoot. The membership out there is very reasonable. They have a large retail area with anything you can think of related to the shooting sports. I met with the general manager while I was there. Very nice gentleman. And I'll be paying him a visit again in the fall, probably September or so. I'll be going back out there. And just a great place. They have what they call their Titanium Club, which is a bit pricey. It's about $6,500 a year to become a member, but it's got its own private, I believe, 15-lane indoor range, a lounge, locker room, showers, cigar bar. You could store your firearms there. In their vault, they will actually clean them for you when you're finished. So it's pretty exclusive. A lot of celebrities, a lot of sports people from the area, Arizona Cardinals, the Suns, and the Diamondbacks all spend their time there. Plus some of the other celebrities. They fly in from California just to shoot at Scottsdale. So I was very impressed with the facility. Beautiful. I think they have a 4,000 square foot retail area. They got everything you can think of. When I was out there, they were just starting to get their ammo back, starting to get their inventory back on their handguns and on their black rifles. So everything's starting to fill up a little bit, slowly but surely. They had a ton of ammo, which was available out there. So just a great place. I can't wait to get back there. Sooner the better. All right, guys. Well, that's that's it. That was just a video just to show you a couple things that's going on my bench here. And we're going to be doing a video with the 45 Colt, and maybe we'll throw the XDm in there too while we're at it. We'll take both these guns. We'll do a quick shooting video and see how those bullets run. And I want to really see how this gun shoots with those new grips. All right, guys, if you got any questions or whatever, please, please send them along. I always welcome the comments. I really appreciate you watching this video. It just makes me want to do more. I just wish I had more time. But, I'm getting, I got about 142 subscribers now, almost 100,000 views on my videos. So I really appreciate all you guys and gals out there that watch. And like I said, leave me a comment or anything. I'd like to know what you guys think of these grips. So please feel free to comment. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you watching. And remember, shoot straight and have fun. Take care, guys.